scratch. So we'll need to make a directory for that. Make sure you don't do it inside your user directory, right? We're not making a project in a project here. You're going to have all kinds of problems if you create a Git repo inside another. You can do it, but things might get a little wacky. So make sure you go up a directory. If dot is the current directory, dot is always the parent directory. So cd dot to go back up to, in your case, the XTBC directory. In my case, the session1 directory. And let's, actually, I'm going to go to a directory where I don't already have one called this. I'll mocha my XTBC directory. And then go into it. Then let's make a directory called Tatum Tots. Change into it. And then don't forget to change into it. Don't create a Git repo in your home directory or something like that. Then to create a Git repo, we do git init, right? Initialize empty Git repository. So that there is something in there to commit, let's go ahead and make a README. So I'll just say touch readme.md to make an empty README file, and then I will open this whole folder in Visual Studio Code. There's my README. And I'll just put hash Tatum Tots at the beginning. That's going to make that an H1 when I actually view it on GitHub. I'm not going to commit it yet because I want to show you some of the error messages you get in various states when you're dealing with Git and GitHub. So let's go out to GitHub and create our repository. New repository, Tatum Tots. Create the repository. And because we already have a repository on our machine, this is the section we want to look at. Push an existing repository from the command line. There are two commands there to copy. The first one, git remote add origin, and then the URL. Is it going to do this today? Let's give it a second. Apple TV, you can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. Fine. Did it, of course. As soon as I give up. So the command was git remote add, right? So we're adding a remote called origin. Until then, we're all to the left of the dotted line. We can name that remote whatever we wanted, but you generally do origin, and that's the command that they give us. So there's nothing magical about the word origin there. That's just what we're remote. So git remote add is the command. Origin is what we're naming it, and the URL to our GitHub repository is what we're pasting in there. So that's the first of those two commands. The second one, git push -u origin master. Push, of course, takes it from our local repository to our remote repository. Origin master tells it where on the which remote and which branch on that remote. The -u says, from now on, I always want to push to this one. So from now on, I just want to be able to say git push. If you say git push the first time and you don't say -u origin master, it's not going to know where to push to, which we'll see here in a minute. So I'm just going to copy these commands, paste them in. And I see error source ref spec master does not match any. Failed to push some refs to, and then the URL. Now we pasted in two commands. Did the first one work? The first one did work, which is part of why I'm triggering this, to point that out. So it did add origin. We just failed to push. When you see this particular command, it means you've never committed. So there's nothing to push because there are no commits in our local repository. If we do a git status, no commits yet. So there's nothing to push. So let's go ahead and add initial commit with a README. Then let's try git push. Fatal, the current branch master has no upstream branch. To push the current branch and set the remote as upstream, use git push set upstream origin master. So because the second command didn't work, the second command was git push -u origin master, right? That's what we pasted in. Because that didn't work, I can't just say git push. I have to say that. Helpfully, it tells you what that command is. And now you can see that -u, it's short for set upstream. That's still a little small, isn't it? So git push -u origin master, git push set upstream origin master, same command. So if you've copied and pasted these out of here, it doesn't work the first time, you don't remember the command, and you don't remember that you can just hit up to go back to it, it'll helpfully tell you just what command you meant anyway. So git push set upstream or -u origin master. Now it works, and from now on I can just say git push. So if it's there now. Questions about that so far? There's a question this morning about renaming a GitHub repository, and that's a good question, and it's a good thing to learn to deal with, so we're going to do it. So go to settings on GitHub, change the name, list thing, rename. Okay, that was easy. It's list thing now. Let's make another change here. Tatum Tots. Let me try to say whatever I said this morning. Project 2 for Extern Bootcamp 2018, Session 1. All right, let's commit it. Update the README. Now let's try pushing. And, oh, now that looks a lot like it looks when it works. So look carefully, and it says, this repository moved. Please use the new location. So it's a little tolerant of this for a little bit, apparently. But notice it does tell us the new location at least. But if I'd already, now that I've changed it, I could reuse the old name and it'd be going to totally the wrong place. So it tells us the new remote. This repository is moved. Please use the new location. So let's copy this. And I need to say, so the command was git remote add origin, right? So git remote remove origin should remove it. Then I could say git remote add origin and paste in the new address. And I tried git push again, and because I removed origin and added it back, git push doesn't work anymore. I have to do -u origin master again because I re-added origin. So git push -u origin master. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're good. But I don't really want it to be called this. So let's change it back. Which gives us a good opportunity to show you another way to find that. So we found the new address this time by pushing and having it tell us. It pushed successfully, but told us the new URL. Well, that's not going to work forever. The old URL will stop working. But we can get the new URL right here. Go to clone or download, and there it is. So copy that. Let's say git remote remove origin, git remote add origin, paste in the new one. And we can make another little change. Yay, JavaScript. Git add, git commit, git push. Once again, we removed origin and re-added it, so I'm going to have to say git push -u origin master the first time. and then I'm going to stop renaming it. Any questions? All right. So we know how to create new repositories. We know how to sync it with GitHub.